Well, Craig, welcome back to Adelaide United. How does it feel to be coming back to the Reds on loan?
Yeah, obviously, very excited. I guess a little bit different circumstances in terms of coming back now and the way it's happened, and only being until the end of the season. But definitely excited to wear the Reds jersey again and to play in front of my friends and family.
Talk us through how this actually, came about.
Um, so I'll try and cut it a bit short, but basically, after last season with Al-Wedha, we finished fourth and made the Asian Champions League for the first time ever. And I had a really good season, finished with 10 assists, 4 goals, got recognised as one of the best players of the season. And so the new coach came in for the new season and decided that he wanted to bring in his own Portuguese winger. And I was the person that was sacrificed to that. But the director didn't want me to leave completely, so he made me sign another year and send me out on loan. So it was made clear that they wouldn't sell me, and that I'd be living on loan, and they signed me for another year. So I ended up signing at Abha Club, and there, in terms of playing and doing well, I was doing well, and I was playing every game. I played 16 out of 16 games, played 80 plus minutes each time. But for personal reasons, I just decided that for me and my partner Caitlin, that we didn't want to continue in Abha. We were finding it difficult personally, and decided that we wanted to leave. So I had to speak with Abha to try and come to a mutual agreement to terminate the loan, and they were very good about it. They didn't want to necessarily lose me, but we came to an agreement, and yeah, now it's worked out for the rest of the season that I'll be at Adelaide, and I'm really excited about it.
When you first went over, how did you find the transition? Obviously, it wasn't foreign to you moving to another country to play your football, but I suppose Holland is a little bit different to, Saudi Arabia. How did you find that transition initially, and how have you found it? Was that one of the main reasons why it wasn't working out at your most recent club?
Um, well, I guess especially one thing to know is when you're going to Saudi, it depends on where you're going. It's the degree of difficulty it's going to be. So in Jeddah, where I was, and where I'll be for I guess for next season with the club, with Al-Wedha, it's very good. The living wise, there's a lot of expats. You have a compound where it's a great community. And it's definitely much easier lifestyle wise, and then playing wise, the first season was very good as a team. We achieved something the club's never achieved before in its history, so that was amazing. But the second year in terms of going to Abha, it was living wise very difficult. It's more of a much more smaller town, much more reserved, much more of a country sort of place, and living wise, it was very difficult for the both of us. Like I said, playing wise, we were doing well. I think even now that Abha is sitting seventh on the ladder, 3 points from fourth, so we were in a good position. But personally, we come to the decision that we didn't want to continue there. But yeah, it is difficult moving to somewhere like Saudi, but depending on where you are, it can be made easier.
We'll look at this opportunity now. I suppose, how important was it for you to come back, I suppose, to enjoy everything around your football, not just your football, and come back to Adelaide?
Yeah, massively important. I think, obviously a massive thank you to Adelaide for taking me on for this, I guess, shorter period until the end of the season. And I'll be looking to repay the club as best as I can with my performances on the field and helping the team out as much as I can. But yeah, just looking to getting back to enjoying my football and enjoying off the field as well.
While you were overseas, were you able to watch many of the Reds games and keep up to date with how the squad was going?
Absolutely. I probably watched, unless the games were during a training time, I watched pretty much every single game that I could. I'm from Adelaide, so first and foremost, I'm a United supporter. And to be able to play for the club and represent them and wear the shirt and represent the people and the city is amazing for me. So, to be able to do that again, I've had good success with the club previously, so I hope I can help bring some more success and hopefully some silverware come the end of the season.
Obviously, you overlapped with the now head coach Carl Viet when you were still with the club before you left. How much do you know of Carl? And obviously, you said you've watched the vast majority of the games. How much do you know of the style of football that he's looking to implement within the squad?
Yeah, obviously, yeah, like you said, I've watched the games, and they're playing some good attacking brand of football. I think they've had a little bit difficulties when going away this season so far, and defensively could be a bit better. But yeah, definitely an exciting brand of football, and you can see the young players coming through are certainly exciting and have a lot of potential. Perhaps some of the best potential we've seen at the club coming through in recent years. So that's extremely exciting. So if I can come in and help the team as much as I can, and hopefully bring a bit of experience and some calmness to the playing field, then we'll see what we can do this season.
Is that how you see yourself now as you are 29, but a far more experienced player, someone that being a local, you can pass that experience on to the younger boys that are coming through now?
Yeah, what I'd like to, as much as I possibly can. Obviously playing a bit in Europe and playing in the Middle East and then in the A-League as well. So I feel like I have been through some situations that have put me in good stead to be able to try and teach and help mould maybe the mentality of the young players that we have there. Like I said, they've got great potential and they put in some good performances, and I hope that myself and the rest of the team can help mould them into, I guess, future stars. But most importantly, obviously, I'm looking forward to getting in with the boys and enjoying the environment and hopefully bringing great success to the club.
On a personal level, what are you hoping to achieve? Is it making sure you're committing to, I guess, scoring as many goals, providing as many assists to the team as possible? But what personally do you hope to achieve?
Yeah, I think absolutely. In terms of the goals and assists, I'd like to provide as much as I can. The last time I was at Adelaide, I had a good output. And I think in the recent years, last year in Saudi and now I've been creating a lot of chances for teammates and getting assists and chipping in with goals. So, I'll do my best to help the team. But first and foremost, like always, it's about helping the team get results. And results are the main thing. And then from there, if I can pitch in with the goals and assists, that'll be helping. But yeah, that's the main thing, is the results and helping the team.
It's probably a question you get asked non-stop and perhaps you're a bit sick of, but the Socceroos, is that still, I guess, a goal for you to keep making appearances and making squads and camps for the national team?
Yeah, of course. I've been involved with the Socceroos setup for a while now. I've managed to play 5 games, so I haven't always been involved in the games, but I've been involved in a lot of squads. That is there, but obviously with the Corona situation, who knows when exactly the next games are going to be. So I think for me, it's purely about focusing on the time with Adelaide now and with the club and putting in the good performances. And I've always said throughout my career that if I'm putting in good performances with my club, then the international stage will take care of itself. But for me, that's the most important thing. Like I said, getting in with the team and trying to help Adelaide as much as I can and hopefully have great success.
And just lastly, Craig, I suppose you're in quarantine now. Just provide us a bit of an update. When will you be out? When can fans really look forward to seeing you put on that red shirt again? Hopefully at Cooper Stadium, or perhaps the first game might be an away game. But what's that timeline looking like?
So I've been in quarantine 5 days now. So I get out on the 19th of February. So the club's been able to set me up with some exercise equipment. The treadmill's coming in today. So I've been keeping fit as much as I can. I've been running about the apartment and racking up the Ks just by running around the couches and table and stuff. So yeah, it's been all right so far in quarantine. Lucky enough to have my partner Caitlin with me, so that's made it much more bearable.
Beautiful, Craig. Well, thank you very much for chatting to us, and we'll hope to see you in Adelaide soon.
Thanks, mate.